you just released your new book called Yama. So I have to tell you this thing. I took this book up and I was like, "Ki interview aane wala hai, so I'll read it like in a week." So I decided I'll read like 50 pages a day and ho jayega matlab interview tak. And I read first 50 pages. Then I was like, "Ki, okay, now I need to turn one more page and read again." I completed the whole book in one night. So it's like a perfect
Oh
page
wow.
turner book.
Great.
Yeah. So
Great.
kudos to you for that. And what I loved about this book is that you have taken up the whole hate speech that goes on social media, and you have inserted into crime. And there's a there's a scene where mythology also comes in. So what was your inspiration behind this book? Like why or how did you write this book?
See, the thing was, the process of this writing this book went back long time back, when I
Hmm.
was, I think, going through a writing rut when I was, I think, around 17 or 18 years old.
Yeah.
That time, I think this was during the time of the Nirbhaya gang rape case, and
Yep.
that
Yep.
kind of like really affected me deeply,
Hmm.
since I live in Delhi, and Delhi में काफी उस time पे scene हो रहा
Yep.
था इस चीज का. And so that time when I wrote Yama, the first draft of it was like a response to whatever you know the scenarios that was going on. But
Hmm.
at the same time, it was very very connected to hate towards
Yeah.
how like people should be getting capital punishment, people should be getting what they deserve, the justice should be
Yeah.
served. So when I wrote the first draft of Yama, that was what it was, and I was just 17 or 18 years old. I had just
Hmm.
joined college, St. Stephen's College. Then what happened was ki over a period of time, I honed my skills as a writer. I wrote like a lot
Yeah.
of books. I think I can see some books behind also that you have
Okay.
placed
Yeah.
for the show. I wrote all of those books in as well, and like, you kind of grow as a writer. You kind of grow as a writer, grow as a thinker as well.
Hmm.
And obviously, the thing that affected me so deeply, you kind of have that different sort of a you look at it in a different way. Then you kind of look at it कि अच्छा
Hmm.
ये perhaps like giving justice
बिल्कुल
only
बिल्कुल.
is not the answer. What's more is that what if there can be rehabilitation of criminals, there could be a
Yeah. Yeah.
rehabilitation of the entire pollution. Because the thing is, I'm not saying people should be fine, people like the criminals should not get what they deserve, but I
Yeah.
also feel that you kind of have to understand and notice what is leading them to be this way, what
Yeah.
has happened, to study and to understand this part, right?
Hmm.
So now the thing was, उस time पे after Kalki, what happened was a producer of a film producer had approached me, and he liked the story of Yama. He took
Okay.
the rights again. That interest to get the book out was because since movie rights they
Yeah.
say web series can rights and all, right? So he took it like 2 years back. So as you know, like film industry goes as
Yeah.
slow as a snail. So it took time and everything. So meanwhile, what happened was I had just signed up this contract with Simon and Schuster India,
Hmm.
and they wanted to publish Yama because it was a different book from the rest of my books, and it was a thriller. So they wanted to publish the old one only, the old draft and
Okay.
everything. But I felt that there were a lot of mistakes there. My thinking has changed ever since. I want to do
Hmm.
something different, and I had written this in August. So the second draft I wrote this in August, which
Yeah.
is during the SSR case, like as you can see,
Yeah. Yeah.
and about how there was so much social media hate against Riya Chakraborty,
Hmm.
and how we have become the judge and jury of the entire society as humans, as citizens of the country. And I just felt really strongly about how I'm not saying that Ria is innocent or guilty, or now that we don't even have a conversation about it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's become obsolete now.
Yeah.
It was very strong a month back, right?
True.
But well, I what my point was, you can't just make preconceived notions without having all the facts on your side. So
Yeah.
I think that kind of like really, really made me feel that I think Yama should be written, and it should be written like words have consequences. There was a very, very famous thing, I think, famous quote, I guess. What was it like? Words are more powerful than, no, I think it was sword is more, a quill is more powerful than the sword or whatever,
Yeah.
quill,
Yeah. Yeah.
word. So
Yeah.
I think words have power in it. So आजकल वो quill नहीं हो गया, आजकल वो typing हो गया है.
Yeah.
It has
Exactly.
a tweet is more powerful now than
More
a
powerful. Yeah.
bullet.
100%. Yeah. True.
So the concept of the entire book of Yama was, what if there is someone out there who is seeing these tweets and who's acting on them,